Let's talk about Britney Spears. I never have really done lots of YouTube videos on celebrities, but I've really been watching a couple of channels for a few years now, like five or six, that show the repetition in music videos and in celebrities. And it is starting to really make me think that there is a lot of stuff in Hollywood we do not know about as, common folk. I haven't watched this video yet of Britney Spears.
Like I feel like I just started yesterday.
She looks so different. I don't know. I feel really sorry for Britney because everyone's like, free Britney. This girl can't be freed. She has been pimped out since she was a baby. You don't get that far ahead in Hollywood unless you basically have been pimped out. I mean, what do you think they made up that whole Me Too movement thing just to kind of distract, I think. But anyways, so they're saying that Britney Spears' dad could be her MK Ultra handler. And if you don't know what MK Ultra is, it is a real patented thing from our government where they control us. Like our TV is called programming because it is programming us. Like if you don't know this stuff by now, then it's time for you to go down the rabbit hole because you need to wake up because this is not none of this is new news. This is old news, if anything, but it's new to a lot of people. So this article is saying, moving forward, Britney Spears recently spent 30 days at a mental health facility. Pause. Okay, so when celebrities go to mental health facilities, it's to reprogram them. If her dad was her MK Ultra handler for her entire life, like a lot of them have lots of different handlers, but if her dad was like, let's say her main one, or maybe the one she lived with, I don't know who she lived with. All I know is Britney Spears is one of the most, I don't know how to explain it, one of the most human-like out of all the celebrities because she still can break through her MK Ultra because she has a heart. I think that Britney Spears she wanted this life, but she didn't know this life was going to be like this. And this is coming from someone who I love to sing. I wanted to be famous so bad. And now I'm so, so grateful that, my American Idol tryout didn't go through the first round. Like I'm glad I'm not famous. I would never want to be famous after knowing what really is going down. So when they put her in this facility saying, oh, her dad's sick. Oh, she's just, having another mental breakdown. No, she doesn't have an MK Ultra handler right now. And they need to go reprogram her so she won't freak out, go shave her head, and tell everybody I'm tired of everyone touching me. That was an MK Ultra breakdown. And when you go through what these celebrities go through, I mean, to be broken down as a human being, you have to be traumatized and tortured, and they do a lot of horrible things to these celebrities that you wouldn't believe it. I mean, electroshock, and there's so many different ways. Like drowning them till where they almost die and letting them up, and I don't know. There's a ton of them. I need to find a website like lists it all, but just look up MK Ultra if you have never heard of it. So yeah, let's see. She's not worried that she could be headed for another breakdown like the one she endured more than a decade earlier. Well, yeah, because she just got programmed for 30 days. And they said it's against, she was there against her will. You don't go to a rehab against your will. That's not how it works. But the people in the world are like, they just don't understand. They don't see it. But I see right through these articles. It's a joke. I mean, go watch the Truman Show. True Man Show. You don't think that's trying to tell you how the world is just a big play? So Britney doesn't live in fear of repeating what happened in 07 and 08. Yeah, if she probably lives in fear of her life if she ever speaks up and says what's really going on behind closed doors. A source says exclusively in the new issue of U.S. Weekly, referencing when the Princess of Pop, now 37, shaved her hair, attacked a photographer's car with an umbrella, temporarily lost custody of sons Preston and Jaden to ex-husband, and found herself involuntarily committed to a psychiatric hospital. Yeah, they do that to all of them when they break their programming. And, they stick them in Vegas, and they give them a show in Vegas to keep them, I think, out of the public eye, out of Hollywood, out of the streets. They keep them, they're like, I don't know why I'm making this video. It's hard for me to explain it. They are slaves. I mean, we're slaves to our government, in the form of taxes, but they're slaves to their MK Ultra handlers. I mean, that interview with her and Barbara Walters, I think that's who it was, when she says, I don't remember, strawberry, there's some trigger word, and she's just like, oh, sad Britney, and she does all this weird, she changes personalities. Well, they have multiple personalities because they've been traumatized so bad. These people don't live good lives. They don't get access to their money. And the more money they have, the more rituals they've done. A lot of them are in the cabal. They're witches. Like Ariana Grande is one of them. She wears the red cabal bracelet. I don't know. I feel like some of them choose this life and some of them enjoy it and some of them hate it. And I think Britney Spears hates it. I think if she could have it up to her, she would be out. But they won't let her out. Is that period of time in the back of her mind? Sure, sometimes. But she doesn't let it affect her day-to-day routine. Are they kidding? She comes such a long way as a performer, as a mother, and a person. And that includes knowing when it's time to take the necessary steps to seek help. No, she didn't want to help. She didn't want to go. They made her go. The Grammy winner announced in January that she was taking an indefinite work hiatus to care for her father, who underwent a life-threatening operation for a ruptured colon. The stress of Jamie's hospitalization and the complex process of changing her meds, that's really what they come up with, had led her into a wellness center. No, I do not believe this at all. I bet she's normal without her dang meds. I mean, the only thing she probably does have is DID, and she probably does have, she could have total, I think she has a bunch of personalities. But that's from the trauma that she's experienced. Since if you grow up in Disney, you've been through it. Period. They ain't gonna just not mess with you. And there's been so many stories of that Nickelodeon guy where girls are coming forward and saying that he molested them. That's how Hollywood works. Do not put your talented children into this crap. Don't. Because they're not going to let you be in the room. They're not going to let you know, and your kid's going to be embarrassed and not tell you. I'm just telling you right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, let's get back to the story. She was released April 25th. Her boyfriend, Sam Asghari, picked her up and brought her home to reunite with her sons. And he could be, I'm going to, really try to stop saying and Okay, I made it E, obviously. So, I think that this guy's her new handler. I think they pay him to be her boyfriend, in air quotations. And when she left that place, her eyes looked so dead and empty. I'm sorry, but this girl is enslaved to Hollywood until they can kill her off and make even more money off of her, because they're worth even more dead. And I think that if she didn't have her sons, that maybe she would tell. She would be a whistleblower and maybe come forward. But they threaten them. They have blackmail on them. They drug them, and then they video them doing crazy things that are unspeakable. And then they say, oh, yeah, you're going to open your mouth. You're going to tell in this interview because we're going to take your kids, or we're going to show this video of you doing that one time we drugged you. Brittany's visit with the boys went extremely well. She thrives around them. Yeah, they're the only thing she has. They are her only reason for living. She looks so sad. Look at this picture of her face. Anyways, I just wanted everyone to wake up and realize that the Free Britney thing, it's on a new level of Free Britney. Like, this girl needs to be... I don't even know if there's anything you can do at this point to save her. They've totally ruined her brain. And, you know, I heard that video of her singing. It's on Instagram, and her voice sounds really low. And I'm starting to wonder if she is maybe trans from childhood. A lot of Hollywood is. You have to study the deep set eye sockets, the forehead, if it slopes back or if it's straight up. The shoulders are more square. If they're a man, they kind of slope down. If they're a woman, their back has like more of a slope above the bottom, and then a guy's goes straight down. I mean, even the legs are a little bit, the bone structure is different. I mean, I've always wondered, they do so much plastic surgery that it's kind of hard to even tell. It's hard to tell who's trans and who's not, and if they all are. I mean, I don't know. But it's interesting, and I wish I did know. I wish I knew and I didn't have to guess these things. But anyways, I just hope that she's okay.